Hey guys, Ronick here from TGG and welcome back. You guys know, this is my favorite secondary. I mean, it's kind of obvious. If you look at my profile, I've got over 40,000 kills with these things, compared to my other set, most used secondary, which has 5,000 kills. Yeah. Needless to say, they're a bit powerful. Just pick that up. Okay. Let me just show you. These are some of the weakest units, level 100 units that you can spawn in, and this isn't a lot, because really the uncharged shots can just one-shot them. Like, even this, the uncharged shots can one-shot them. For some reason, like, the charged shots are being buggy right now. Because I tested this off camera, and like, literally, like, every single enemy got one shot, but that's not really saying a lot. And this is without my riven, which I'm just running a basic build. So, let's hop into the weapon. Now, the weapon is pretty powerful. It's got perfect accuracy. Like, if you fire a shot, it's gonna go where you did it. It's got a 0.43 charge rate, which that's because I've got 2 fire rate. But at base, the charge rate of the charge shot is like 1 second. And it's kind of unbearable, so I suggest running at least Lethal Torrent, but Gunslinger's nice too. It's got a 2.2 times crit multiplier. As you can see, I'm not running any crit mods. I'll tell you why in a second. Fire rate's 8.12. At base, it'll be something a lot lower than that. Magazine 48, really good. Reload 1.5, again, really good. This is an extremely ammo-efficient weapon. Riven disposition, 1 out of 5. My riven still is a little bit better than having anything else, but still, it's sad. Sad this thing only has 1 out of 5, but it makes sense because this thing's incredibly powerful. Really high status with this build. A ton of damage. At base, this weapon deals 132 radiation damage, which is quite a bit. But yeah, I'm running a radiation corrosive, mainly status setup. So I'm running Hornet Strike for damage, Barrel Diffusion for multi-shot, Lethal Torrent for fire rate and multi-shot. This is a filler mod, don't put whatever you want in there. Gunslinger for fire rate, Fulmination for blast radius, just so I can have some of those quick charge shot nostalgia. Pistol Pestilence for Toxin and Stay chance, and Convulsion for electricity. And yeah. So the reason why I'm using Fulmination. So if you guys didn't know, the staticor recently went through a quote-unquote change. The change was okay, let's say I use an uncharged shot. That uncharged shot does not have a very big blast radius. I mean, sure, it does a lot of damage, but it used to be able to hit all 8 of those enemies just by spamming charge shots. Just by spamming uncharged shots. And the charge shot used to take like 5 seconds or something crazy to pull off. Now it's really fast, and you can basically spam it. And it has like didn't used to have that explosion effect. It used to just be a really big, like, these uncharged shots. Just used to be like one that's like twice as big as that. It still is, but it used to just explode like a normal uncharged shot, just a little bit bigger. But they changed that. Made me really sad because the way I used to play with the weapon, fly in the air. Do that, fly in the air. That's how I used to use the weapon. Now my playstyle has changed a bit because the weapon no longer has the same exact blast radius as it used to. And yes, I'm using an unranked Frost. I have put 8 Forma into my Frost Prime. Don't ask questions. So yeah, that's the basic build. Not really what I'd suggest. The riven slot, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can really replace it with anything else that you want. Let me just put on Jolt. Probably be better. Like, put on whatever you want in that last slot. It really doesn't matter. It's currently formatted into a D for my riven, which I will show you accordingly. So this is my riven build. It does a bit more damage. It has heat, which is something I'm actually really interested in for the new heat procs are actually going to be really interesting because they reduce armor. But yeah, same exact build, only I'm running my riven. Plus 94% damage, which is better than Augur Pact. Plus 33% heat, which is pretty good. and plus 35.8% crit chance. This critical damage. This is the best riven I could find. My original riven had damage. I can't remember what my original riven had. I made a video about it like a couple months back if you want to check that out. But this is my new riven. I traded my riven and some plat for someone else's riven, and this is what I have now. Let's test it up against the same enemies, and then we'll go ahead and test it up against some actually powerful enemies. About the same as last time, only yeah, you can tell it does more damage. My riven just boosts the damage of this thing. Like, that's all it really does, is it just boosts the damage. So, yeah, this still is my favorite weapon to date. It's incredibly powerful. Let's take this, since those are like slightly armored, let's just take this up against some infested, just to show you like what it does. Like, how 3 most powerful weapons in the game. Use that thing these days and it does nothing. Like, it is the most terrible weapon like ever. And like, it's so incredibly ammo inefficient. But yeah. That's staticor. I'm gonna put on Mirage. I don't have any special arcanes or anything, so you don't have to worry about that. I'm actually gonna swap builds here so you can see my stuff. I'm running Energy Siphon and 2 Arcane Strikes. You don't have to worry. Let's bump these up to Corrupted Heavy Gunners, and I'm just gonna show you guys how insanely powerful these actually are. So, just aim at the head. These are level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunners. And like, I am firing at full speed right now, and it takes nothing to kill them. Look at that snappy reload. Just snappy reload. With the explosions, it also strips your armor of other targets. What'd that take? What, 1.5 magazines? Just to kill 2 rows of those extremely tough enemies? And if we put on all our Warframe buffs, you'll see that, yeah, it's kind of overpowered. And I'm not even using charge shot. I'm just using quick shots right now, which is how I normally choose to play. But let's just use a charge shot. Just like 4 shot, level 100 Corrupted Heavy Gunners. And yeah, there's a few unique features with this weapon that I haven't really showed you guys yet. So there's the first unique feature is whenever you have it charged up, it actually is the only weapon that actually continuously takes ammo. And if you fire it up against an enemy, there's actually this is like a nerf feature. It doesn't do the explosions, it just knocks them down. It barely does anything. And same thing with the charge shot. If I charge it up, walk into an enemy, it just punches them in the face. I wish that DE would actually up the damage of this to be like a hypersonic punch, because that'd actually be pretty fun. As you can see, the way that I used to use this weapon isn't really that effective anymore. Then again, the highest level content I really run these days is like sorties and, well, my soul variants of the Zaw, Soul Harvester and Soul Devourer, rip through level 300. No, level 1000 infested. Like they're level 50 enemies. So I don't really use staticor that much when I'm facing those enemies, because I mean, 90% of the time I'm just using this thing. Just yeah. But staticor is my favorite secondary of all time, and I suggest you pick it up. I think it's a master rank 10, if I'm not mistaken. I have no idea. It's around a master rank 10, I think. So if you're on master rank 10, I would suggest picking up these beasts of a weapon. And I definitely approve. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found this video informative, and I'll see you guys next time. Saronica.